Alright, welcome back to Cujo Sound. In the previous episode we were designing sounds for DARQ. We had taken this subway station here that we have, and it's a recording that I made in New York City. We added some 808 kick drums to it and compressed it to death and added some reverb and so on to it. After that, I took them into Wavelab, made sure that the loops are okay. The loops are kind of as close to perfect as we can get. We don't need them to be super perfect at the moment, but what we're going to do with them now is that we're going to take them into Transformizer and take a good look at what we can do with that. So first of all, we're going to add Transformizer Pro to our VST instruments right here. Here we go. This here is Transformizer Pro. I'm going to open up my media bay, and as you can hear here, we have the sounds that we made before. I'm going to do the one which is only my kick drum here, and I'm going to use that as my carrier signal. I'm going to drag it into here, and when we press play over here, you will notice that the kick drum is already altered because Transformizer alters things already. Even if we set these to 0 and the energy is fully like that, which means that you cannot drag and drop something into Transformizer and then expect to get the same thing out. Even just by doing basically nothing to it, it still alters the sound. So this is a tool that you can only use when you want to manipulate stuff. You cannot just simply run things through it and then get something something out of it that does, you know, a small change like you can with a compressor sometimes. So let's hear this sound. Yeah, maybe you can hear it. There's already this tiny low frequency, sort of like almost like an MP3 artifact on top of it. It's not an MP3 artifact. It's just the way that the code reads the file, because it's trying to decipher the formants, the loops, and the transient shaping, the pitches, and everything like that. So let's try and alter these parameters, and I'll show you what it does. Good. So now that this is over, we're going to be playing the loop that we made. This really noisy station loop here that we have. And down here, I can already say that I want the amplitude, the pitch tracking to be super tight. So what we're hearing now is the 808 kick drums that we made here, and then it's basically on top of itself of the previous subway loop that we made. But as you can see down here, the amplitude is being affected by the amplitude that we had up here of our 808, and the pitch is the same thing. You know, as you can see, the pitch here, I've set it not to be affected by the pitch of the original 808. But when we then listen to it like this, you can sort of still notice the da-dung, 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 da-dung train sounds that we made. And that's basically only the 808 kick drum on top of itself. So if we add the 808 kick drum to the mix, so now we have this sort of like windy tunnel. That's kind of the, like what I actually want. But now, as you can potentially hear, we can alter the speeds of these, and then notice how this sound is altered because I'm changing this sound up here. Good. Now that we have this sound, let's try, you know, the good old trick. Let's just sauce it in some reverb here, and then say we only want the lows to be affected. In 5 seconds, big room. All right, so let's find another subway sound and add it to it. Subway, New York. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, like this one. And we can add it to it. It's going to take a while to load, but let's see what comes out of it. And then we can try to affect it in other ways and add it to the mix. See how it goes. You can press shift and then you solo this track. It's a little quiet in this area, but now we have everything in the mixer. Yeah, exactly. That's the sound of a horn that's in the subway, but it's affected by our 808 kick drum and the other sounds. So they sort of like multiply on top of each other, even though we cannot hear them. So if we add all these together and press play. Anyway, let's zoom out and let's say we want about a 4-minute export of that, and say render, and let's listen to the result afterwards. So I've re-imported the file that I just made, and this is basically the Transformizer file that we just exported. And it's about a 1-minute file, so if we listen to it here, and we get rid of those really nasty loud sounds, we should be able to edit it out. See specifically this part here. So let's just cut it, crossfade it here. That's it for Transformizer Pro. That's how the tool will work when you combine 4 different subway station sounds together. Some of them are recorded myself, some of them are manipulated, as you saw with the 808 kick drum. This is the end result, and just by fiddling a little bit with the controls for changing a little bit of the sounds with the core sounds and the asset material that you feed it, you can gain massive results with this tool. And it's not only the tool, it's also the creative part of it that's really, really funny. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. Or if you really want to support this channel, why not head over to patreon.com/Cujo Sound, where you for as little as $1 a month can help me sustain this channel and the time I spend to create all this content. Anyway, I hope to see you back some other time. Enjoy.